Since the original iPhone release, Apple's iPhone has become one of the world's most important phones. With the new release of the iPhone 6, it has caused a lot of talk within the tech consumer communities. But the biggest question is, what is the difference between the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus? Named the most serious Apple smartphone yet, let's see what all this talk is about. Apple's track record of device build quality and attention to detail remains untouched. Like with anything Apple does, with the new iPhone 6 release, they have totally changed the game of what we think of when we think of phones. On the surface, the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus may appear to be the same, but under the microscope of inspection, you will quickly come to see that each phone is very unique. The good news is that the iPhone 6, which feels great to hold, has nearly all the same features as the 6 Plus. The iPhone 6 and the 6 Plus both have larger screens than previous iPhones. They both have new A8 processors. They both have 16, 64, or 128 gigabyte available storage. They both come in three colors: white silver, white gold, and space gray, which is black, darker silver. The differences between the two aren't that tremendous, but they are important. The iPhone 6 has a 4.7 1344 by 750 pixel display. The 6 Plus has a 5.5 inch 1920 by 1080 pixel display. It also has optical image stabilization in the camera and the ability to run more apps in a horizontal landscape mode with split screen effects like an iPad. It's also significantly bigger and weighs more, but it also has a much longer battery life. Now let's discuss some technical features that both phones have. Both phones have Apple's A8 64-bit processor and M8 motion coprocessor, 1080p HD video recording in both 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second for slow motion, 500 CD M2 max brightness, full S RGB standard, dual domain pixels for wider viewing angles, support for display of multiple languages and characters simultaneously, display zoom, reachability, Touch ID fingerprint identity sensor built into the home button, as well as Apple Pay, which allows you to pay in stores and in apps with a simple touch using your finger. Now here are some tech specs specific to the iPhone 6 Plus. The cameras: 8 megapixel rear with optical image stabilization, as well as a 1.2 megapixel front-facing camera. It allows up to 802.11 AC Wi-Fi, as well as Bluetooth 4.0, and it has an awesome GPS. It has special call features that allow you to make phone calls directly over Wi-Fi. The sensors such as the touch fingerprint scanner, barometer, a 3-axis gyroscope, as well as proximity, and the battery capacity. Long-lasting batteries that can literally last all day without needing to be charged. The phone is also light, coming in at 172 grams in weight. Now with anything, there are always pros and cons. Here are some of the general pros and cons for both of these phones. Some of the pros are high quality design, fit and finish, the impressive 1080p display, the much longer battery life, the size of the phone, and the flawless Touch ID performance. Some of the cons are no water resistant rating, it gives you limited NFC use, single bottom facing speakers, and the health app is nearly useless at this point. In summary, the differences between the two aren't that tremendous, but they are important. The iPhone 6 is packaged with great features, much like the iPhone 6 Plus. But the difference in size of screen, battery life, and usability will come down to the individual. Both phones are great and will definitely add value to the user's life. Unless you're a photographer or a photo hobbyist, the iPhone 6 would be a great fit. But if you're looking to take advantage of superior, professional photos, videos, image stabilizing cameras, and longer battery life, iPhone 6 Plus is the way to go.